Welcome to Shekelstorm NBA, your only source for real basketball. Now, after the Rucker Park Invitational, Skinny Hardaway had plenty of popularity and plenty of hype going into college. This young high school student who played amongst the greats at Rucker Park like Dr. J, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, and Earl the Goat Manigault was making a name for himself way before he stepped onto the college hardwood. But Skinny Hardaway knew he needed a philosophy. He needed a code to live by to be the best basketball player he could ever be. And in order to do that, he had to pick the correct university to attend. Now, obviously, plenty of universities wanted Skinny Hardaway. Lots of them, like Yale, Harvard, North Carolina, LSU, you name it. They all wanted Skinny Hardaway. But the thing is that only two universities were on the top of his list. And that was Costus' university, Clutch Sports, and Trump University, my university. Now, obviously, Clutch Sports used a lot of tactics to intimidate and to try to get Skinny Hardaway to join. First, they started off really easy, offering him cars, money, fast women, all the usual things that Clutch Sports would offer a potential athlete. But the thing is that Skinny Hardaway isn't your average athlete. Skinny Hardaway was raised by two really great parents. And because of that, Skinny Hardaway knew not to fall into temptation. Unfortunately, Costus is diabolical. And he decided to get his enforcers, the mamalukes, to come after Skinny Hardaway. So as Skinny Hardaway would hang out with friends like myself and Angry Old Hoops and Phenomenal Fitness, going places like, the movies or a local restaurant to, have a nice thing to eat, well, the mamalukes would show up. And obviously they would try to intimidate Skinny Hardaway. But of course, Angry Old Hoops and Phenomenal Fitness are enforcers themselves. So let's just say the mamalukes didn't really get much accomplished. So after protecting Skinny Hardaway, we decided that we would make our offer to him. And Skinny Hardaway, through careful consideration and his parents' blessing, actually went with Trump University, where we took his skills and his mentality and molded it into what it is. Now, Skinny Hardaway doesn't have the same mentality as, say, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. He really doesn't need it. Because honestly, Skinny Hardaway's a killer regardless. He doesn't need to be forceful to get his point across. I mean, Skinny Hardaway is really a pass-first player, unlike LeBron James. But when it comes down to scoring, Skinny Hardaway can get it done. So what Skinny Hardaway learned at Trump University was how to spread the wealth, and only to his people. Kind of like us Jews do. We only spread our wealth to our friends and family. We don't really go outside of that. But nevertheless, Skinny Hardaway was able to hone all his skills, his mentality, his way of playing basketball to make his college debut for Trump University and take us to a national championship. Now, Skinny Hardaway would usher his way into the NBA, and he would eventually be drafted to the Orlando Magic, which we're going to talk about him being in the NBA and his trials and tribulations playing for the Magic, before me and David Stern decided to expand the league. Because we knew one of the best players ever was going to eventually make his way into the NBA. And we needed to cultivate that player and bring him aboard with me, Skinny Hardaway, Angry Old Hoops, Phenomenal Fitness, and Uncommon Sense. And once we got this young player, we would turn him into the greatest player of all time, taking all of our skills and all of our abilities and putting them into one player that could not be stopped. I mean, literally, we couldn't be stopped because once we created the Las Vegas Penny Pinchers, a tribute to the Jewish people, because we'll pinch every penny till we reach $1 million. That's right. Penny pinching isn't a racist term like you guys think. It's actually a tribute to the Jewish people and how we are so good with money. Yeah, you don't like that we make more money than you. And that's why I'm such an arrogant prick. I can say what I want, when I want, because I can pay anybody off to just shut up and listen. But nevertheless, Skinny Hardaway knew that the passion for basketball came way before the money. And that's why Skinny Hardaway was so successful. Because he was able to channel his energy into the things that mattered. And all the rest came to him. No different than all the rest of the players on the Las Vegas Penny Pinchers. But in the next video, we will get into where Angry Old Hoops came from, where I played, where Uncommon Sense played, and where Phenomenal Fitness played. Because obviously all of us were scattered across the NBA. Me playing for the Chicago Bulls, Angry Old Hoops playing for the Boston Celtics, Skinny Hardaway playing for the Orlando Magic, Uncommon Sense playing for the Houston Rockets, and of course, Phenomenal Fitness playing for the LA Lakers. All of us were playing against each other, and that's where we literally honed each and every skill to become the perfect team. A team that went 82-0 in the regular season and swept the playoffs to win an NBA championship. And that's when David Stern knew that there was no parity left in the NBA. So he had to create the Jewish Basketball Association, which again in the next video we'll get deeper into and explain how the JBA had some of the toughest teams ever. If you thought the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons were bad, you ain't seen nothing till you seen the George Bush squad, or the Chinese Mongols, or the Barack Obamas, or any of the other teams that Costus put up against us. Because I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for Skinny Hardaway and his immense skill and ability to distribute the ball and to score, the Israeli Penny Pinchers would never ever be a thing, let alone the 15-time JBA champions. So guys, remember, wear your sneakers and keep it shalom.